Okay, Buddy Sour. This guy right here, whoo, he's Buddy Sour in his own pasture. Well, he was. So this guy, I would get him. I mean, the barn would still be in sight, and he would be ready to go back. If I put any pressure on the halter, he would rear, jerk out of my hands, and take off with hardly any warning. I mean, it was just kind of like, no, I don't want to go. And then if I was like, no, come on, blow up. So what I've done for that is I kind of remember where he had the blow up, where he was always having the blow ups. Because it was an acceptable distance that he would go away from the barn without blowing up. So what I started doing with him and what I do with other donkeys that are maybe not as dramatic as this guy, I would get almost to the point where I knew he was probably going to start to get nervous. And at that point, we would just stop, get some scratches, get some treats, work on with him, touching his feet, making him feel really good. And right now, there are honeysuckles that he really wants to eat on the other side of the farm. So I have allowed him to nibble honeysuckles as we go. And knowing he's going to get to go and nibble honeysuckles right now, I've been able to take him all the way on the other side of my farm. So giving him that positive reinforcement, that feel good, this is fun, this is all about you, donkey, moment before we continue on has meant a lot to him. So that's what I've been doing with this guy, is just getting him right to that point where I know, okay, he's about to be silly, and we just stop and we just have like some scratchy sessions where his sweet spots are. Might do something with the lead rope just to be doing something I know he's not scared of, and letting him earn a reward for it. So that way, going on a hike away from his buddies is a good thing. So by the time I start ground driving him, I will repeat it. Because with the equipment on, he's probably going to act silly. And because for some reason when they put equipment on, well, you've changed everything. And I guess they feel restricted. And so now they might start to go back to that behavior. So once I'll put the harness on him, I'm sure I'll have to kind of repeat some of that. Maybe, probably not to the extreme I've had to do to get him hiking away from his buddies now. But definitely I'll probably have to repeat some of that because the equipment's going to make him insecure. He's going to be fine with it in here and probably the barnyard, but I know when we start going out away from the other areas, he's probably going to be like, oh, this is weird, I got this stuff on and you're asking me to go away from my safe place. So and donkeys are all about the safe place. So I hope that helps you a little bit with starting to get Tulip to accept her life as a working donkey away from her buddy. I'm just slowly building that, a little bit each time. And after you have that feel-good session, treat, reward, scratches, and you go a little bit farther, and don't push it, and if they start giving you any head jerks or resistance, stop, scratch, see if you can get them calmed down. But then instead of continuing on, turn back. That's what I've always done anyway. So, because then the next day they usually accept, okay, I'll go a little farther. And I always want to end on a good note. I always want to end on, you know, wasn't this a great experience? Not, you know, this, I'm so traumatized I had to run back to the barn. So we don't want that. Do we, Flash?